What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. This is a collective reading for anybody and everybody who clicks on this video. Let's get started with a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, hi, hello. My name is Chandler. You can call me Chan. I have 2.5 pages of channel messages for us today, and I did pull cards yesterday that I want to talk about briefly. So get a snack, a water, a tea, whatever you need. We are going to be here for a minute. I can just feel it. I have a lot to go over. I have a lot to talk about, and I wrote a lot down. So we're going to get into it. First, I want to remind you that this reading may not resonate with you, and all of the reading may not resonate with you. So please remember to only take what feels right and leave the rest for somebody else. So the title of this reading is Your Cutoff Game is Strong, Keep Your Head Up. I keep hearing the song Keep Your Head Up by Andy Grammer. I even sang like a little snippet of it on my Instagram today, just because I've been channeling that song so much. So your guides want you to keep your head up. They want you to know that it's only rainbows after rain. The sun will always come again. Only rainbows after rain, the sun will always come again. And it's a circle, circling around again. It comes around again. So yeah, I keep getting that lyric, and I keep getting Keep Your Head Up by Andy Grammer. Some of you might want to go listen to that song, or that song is going to be significant for you, but your cutoff game is strong. Keep your head up. Let's start with the cards that I pulled yesterday. Justice is here, okay? If you're seeing this reading, justice is yours. Justice is here, okay? Things are coming into balance. Some of you are already in a very balanced energy, and I love this. I'm really happy that you're here, and I'm really happy that I'm reading for you, but justice is here. Justice is happening. I keep getting the word karmageddon, and we're in Scorpio season now, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as we break down the channel messages, but Scorpio season is going to bring in the karma. It's going to be revealing things to a lot of us on a personal level and on like a community level and on a global level as well. So justice is here, balance is being restored, the universe is conspiring in your favor, okay? And I was getting this message that if you haven't won yet, it's not over. Or if you haven't gotten the result that you want, it's not over. Keep your head up, okay? Some of you, the justice is coming in your sleep. I'm getting that like after you see this reading, you're gonna go to sleep, either take a nap, or tonight when you go to sleep, you're gonna wake up to some sort of justice. For some of you, that's going to literally happen. But for some of you, the justice is in your rest. And some of you are being guided to take a break right now. And when I say take a break, I mean more than like a day break, because I know how some of you are. Some of you are like, well, I took a break. I took 24 hours. But while you were in those 24 hours, you were probably still thinking about work or still thinking about the thing that you're supposed to be taking a break from. Your guide said, take a break. You're not going to miss out on anything. Money is going to be okay. All of it. Some of the people are still going to be there. Like whatever you're worried about, you don't need to worry about. Take a break. You're allowed to take breaks. Rest is productive. And I feel like some of you, you're going to get the justice when you take this break, when you allow yourself to rest and just chill and relax and pull your energy back. I'm also getting that some people, while you're gone, are going to be taking it personally, and they're going to be wondering why you're not there for them and why you're not doing things for them and helping them, especially if you're a reader who's taking a break or like a content creator who's taking a break. Some of these people are going to be like, why aren't you posting? Why aren't you helping me? Why aren't you doing this for me? Why aren't you doing that? That's very selfish of you to take time for yourself. Let those people phase themselves out. You don't need to worry about them. Hopefully these people won't even be around when you come back. You know what I mean? But I do feel like some of you are being guided to take a break, and you will get the justice that you are seeking. Some of you, it's giving me this message of this man pushing a boulder up a hill, and God asks this man to push a boulder up a hill, but this boulder is obviously incapable of being moved by man. All God wanted was this man to try to push the boulder up the hill. So every day this man goes out and tries to push the boulder, it doesn't move because it's a massive boulder. No man can move it. God knew that when God asked this person to do it. But this person kept going out every single day, trying to push his boulder up the hill. And then eventually it reaches a point where this man is like pissed off at God because he's like, I'm not moving the boulder. You keep asking me to move this boulder. I can't move the boulder. It's impossible. You gave me an impossible task. And then God comes to this person and God says, I didn't want you to move the boulder. I wanted you to try to move the boulder. And then I wanted you to release trying to move the boulder. Let me take over and I will move the boulder for you. So that's exactly the kind of energy here. Some of you are trying to get justice, but you don't realize that you're trying to like control the outcome, or you're trying to push too hard or force it. And your guides are saying that you've done enough. There's nothing more that you need to do. You can pull back your energy and you can rest now, and you can let the universe take over. You can let your angels, your guides, God take over. And that is the message of this Justice Four of Swords card. You will see the justice in your rest, or you will see the justice after you take a break. So some of you, that is a very powerful message coming through. Allow yourself to take a break. You're allowed breaks too, and rest is productive for you. Okay, let's get into the channel messages now. I wrote down the veil is thin because I keep hearing that, and we hear that a lot around this time of year. Once we move into October and we get closer to Halloween, the veil becomes thinner. So I wrote down the veil is thin, but then I wrote down actually the veil doesn't exist right now. There is no veil right now. There is no veil between the spirit world and the physical world. It's all happening at once right now, okay? The veil will come back after Halloween, after Samhain, but the veil does not exist right now. So this whole veil is thin thing actually means that the veil does not exist. And I know that some of you are seeing signs and synchronicities, and I know that some of you are hearing weird noises and seeing things you can't explain. You're not crazy. The veil doesn't exist right now. So if you're experiencing anything supernatural, it's because you are tapped in and tuned in, all right? You don't need to be afraid of it at all. It's just there. Okay, I also wrote down that some people right now are projecting instead of reflecting. Catch it, transmute it, and move accordingly. And I've been seeing this a lot lately. People have been projecting onto me on my comment sections, in my Instagram DMs, spiritually, and I just look at it as free energy. I don't send anything back to people. I transmute it. I've been singing, I've been dancing, I've been writing, I cry when I need to, I got my ears pierced, I've been taking myself out on dates. So I'm taking all of this free energy and I'm putting it into love for myself, and I'm transmuting it into love for myself because I am an alchemist, and some of you are alchemists as well. So try to look at this projection as an opportunity for you to alchemize and transmute and help to better yourself. So catch the projections, transmute them, move accordingly. But there are definitely some people out here projecting instead of reflecting. And something that I heard Brittany say, from Brittany, the Cosmic Wifey, she said on one of her most recent live streams that she tries to see the child in people, especially when this projection energy is coming up. If you can try to look at these people as the 5-year-old that they are and that they're acting like, this will help you tremendously, because some people are acting like children, even though they have the grown adult body. They're still acting like children, and they're projecting because they're not getting what they want or because they feel some type of way. So instead of reflecting and working on it and healing it within themselves, they're projecting it and making everybody else's problem and blaming everybody else. So try to catch it, view these people as the children that they are, and that will help you to move on from it. I also wrote down, we're teaching people how to treat us every day. And this is a lesson that I was having to teach my sister this morning, actually. So my sister is 19, she's in college, and she is doing a fundraiser for her college track team. And they are raising money for gear and for shoes and things like that for her and for the team. And I've already donated. I donated like a few weeks ago. And then today she just messaged me out of the blue and said, it would be really kind of you. Well, basically she just asked me to post on Instagram to get my community to try to help fundraise and help support her in her fundraiser, which is not the problem. What the problem is that I hadn't talked to her in like a week, and all of a sudden she just reaches out to me asking for something. And I said, can I just make a suggestion that when you want something from somebody, that you ask them how they're doing? A simple hi, how are you? How are things? What's going on? And then you can be like, oh, by the way, I have this going on. Would you be able to help me with it? Instead of just coming at somebody and immediately being like, I need this from you. Will you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Because then you're not treating the person like a person at all. You're treating them as somebody who you can just benefit from and take from. So I had to stop my sister today, and I had to be like, please don't do that. Like, let's look at it from a higher perspective. Let's look at it from a different perspective. We don't just ask people for things without checking in on them or reaching out to them or talking to them first. So we're teaching people how to treat us every single day. And some of you who are on the receiving end of these people asking for things, but then they never check up on you and they never care about what's going on in your life, you're allowed to say no. And you're also allowed to tell them that they should check in on you before asking for things, because you are a human being and you deserve that human treatment, right? So we're teaching people how to treat us every single day. I also wrote down, to be loved is to be seen. You don't love me if you don't see me. You love whatever version you have of me in your head, and it's likely the one that you think you have control over. To be loved is to be seen. I also wrote down, hatred is the reaction of a coward intimidated. Let them stay threatened. Don't you dare make yourself digestible for others. They can choke, respectfully. And I'm in this like Phoenix rising from the ashes energy. I'm in this empowered, self-empowered energy, well, also God-empowered energy. And I've been really loving this statement of not making myself digestible for others and letting them choke, respectfully. So don't you dare make yourself digestible for others. Don't cut yourself down into little tiny bite-sized pieces to make other people feel better about it, to make yourself digestible for other people. Let them choke, respectfully. Hatred is the reaction of a coward intimidated. There are some people threatened by you. I've been getting this too. I actually had this situation happen the other day with this mutual of mine who is also a spiritual content creator. And this person, I thought we were cool, but I saw that this person unfollowed me on everything, and it came out of left field for me. And I can't lie, it did hurt my feelings for a second, because this person is somebody who is pretty popular in the spiritual community and pretty respected in the spiritual community. And I wanted to know what I did or like what was up, but I really just had to let it be. And I ended up getting a message that this person is threatened by me and threatened by my potential and threatened by what's coming up for me, which is such an interesting thing because I would have never expected that from this person, but it is what it is. Some people are threatened by you right now. Some people are threatened by us. Let them stay threatened. Let them. Some people have never seen real confidence. They've only experienced fake arrogance. And some of you are stepping into an era of real confidence, and you are exuding real confidence, and that's shaking some people because some people haven't experienced or seen real confidence before. They've only seen like the fake, arrogant, show-boasty, ego type of a confidence, but you are exuding real confidence, self-confidence, and some people don't know how to handle that. Some people feel threatened and intimidated by that. Let them. I also wrote down that some people are not running away from you. These people are running away from who they have to be to walk alongside you. Okay, I'll say that again. Some people are not running away from you. They're running away from who they have to be to walk alongside you. And then I wrote down that some of you are crawling so others can run. Some of you are like the blueprint. You are the trendsetter. You are the leader. You are the chosen one. You are the generational curse breaker. And nobody said it was going to be easy, but you did sign up for this. You did come down to this earth already knowing that this is a part of your soul's contract. So some of you are crawling so others can run. But there's also been people who crawled so that you can be where you're at right now, and so that you can be who you are right now, okay? Just remember that it's both. It's both sides. But you're definitely crawling right now so other people can run. Okay, and then I was getting this message a couple of days ago that judgment is actually a confession if you really think about it. And it was crazy because I just got that download out of nowhere, and I was like, I resonate with that, but I'm not 100% sure what that means. And then come to find out that there's a quote by Nikola Tesla that goes, when you understand that every opinion is a vision loaded with personal history, you begin to understand that all judgment is a confession. I said, wow, so there's already a quote out there talking about this and talking about this download that I got, that judgment is actually a confession if you really think about it. I also wrote down that what people accuse you of is likely what they're guilty of themselves. Catch it. What people accuse you of is likely what they're guilty of doing themselves. But back to the whole judgment being a confession thing, I was getting it and I was like, okay, this makes sense to me. I resonate with this. I align with this energy. But what does it mean exactly? So I did a little Googling and I asked AI, and here's what I got. So what does this quote mean? This quote essentially means that when you recognize that everyone's opinion is shaped by their unique life experiences and background, you will realize that judging someone is essentially revealing something about yourself. Perspective matters. Our opinions are not formed in a vacuum. They are heavily influenced by our upbringing, culture, and personal encounters, creating a subjective lens through which we view the world. Judging is self-revealing. When we criticize someone, we are often projecting our own biases, insecurities, or values onto them, inadvertently revealing aspects of our own inner world. So, hopefully that helps break it down for you a little bit more, because that started to make more sense to me. But then there's also an example. So if you're still kind of confused about judgment is actually a confession, if you really think about it and what I've been talking about in this message, the example is that imagine someone criticizes your fashion choices, or imagine someone criticizes another person for their fashion choices. According to this quote and according to what we're talking about, this criticism could be a reflection of the critic's own insecurities about their style rather than an objective assessment of the other person's clothing. So basically, somebody criticizing somebody else's fashion choices is their own insecurities about their fashion and their style, but they're projecting that onto other people. And then I was like, okay, I still get it, but how can I relate this to myself? And then I've been seeing a lot of comments about my makeup and when I wear makeup, and I've been wearing makeup since 2016 because it's a thing that I love to do. It's a form of art for me, it's a form of therapy for me, it's creative expression for me, and I do it for me. I don't care if other people like it, I don't care if other people think I'm doing it for them, I do it for me. But I always see comments about it. I've been seeing comments about it for 6 or 7 years, and I probably will continue to see comments about it forever. Like, I could talk about this forever. I will die on the hill that it is my skin, it is my money, it is my time, and it washes off at the end of the day. If you don't want to look at it, you don't have to look at it. But I never understand this whole idea of people judging or criticizing people for wearing makeup, even men wearing makeup, because it's not your skin, it's not your money, it's not your time, and it washes off at the end of the day. It's a form of creative expression. Let people be who they want to be. Let people dress how they want to dress. Let people look how they want to look. It has nothing to do with you. And 9 times out of 10, we're not doing it for you, we're doing it for ourselves, right? So then I started looking at this in terms of my makeup, and I realized that some women, when they're judging me for wearing makeup and criticizing my makeup, they're actually revealing their own insecurities about their looks and their makeup skills. And when it comes to men who are judging me and criticizing me for wearing makeup, they're actually revealing their own insecurities surrounding not feeling like they can express themselves freely without judgment, which is counterintuitive, right? It's pretty ironic to judge and criticize me, a man, for wearing makeup when you wish that you could express yourself freely without judgment. You're a part of the problem. You know what I mean? If you want that to change for you, be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah, so that was that. Judgment is really a confession if you think about it. Let's move on though. I got another message that some people are trying to dig up dirt on you during the Scorpio season. And I'm getting that it's because some of you are about to experience some blessings in your life. You're about to experience growth in your finances, growth on your social media platforms. It just feels like people who are aligned to me and who are listening to this message, you're growing and glowing and ascending. And there are some people who want to dig up dirt on you to try to tear you down because they're not seeing those same things happen to them. But what I need you to know is that some of these people will try to use your past against you, but they're actually leaving themselves susceptible to attack. Because like I said, karmageddon's coming. The guides are here. The veil does not exist. So Archangel Michael, your angels, your guides, your ancestors are heavy in your energy right now. And if these people are too busy wasting their time trying to dig up information about your past and trying to use your past against you, they're leaving this whole part of themselves that is susceptible to this karma that's coming in. And I honestly feel like it's planned by the divine in this way. The divine's like, yeah, why don't you dig up some dirt on collective? Why don't you go try to use collective's past against them so that the divine can deliver the karma that needs to come in? So yeah. I also wrote down that these ops don't actually have friends. So some of you have ops, some of you have people who are trying to compete with you even though there is no competition. Some of these people are trying to dig up dirt on you, whatever. These ops don't actually have friends. These people are all about to turn on each other. And they're looking at you like you're alone, so they're gonna gang up on you and take you down and dig up dirt on you. But you're not alone. You have a spiritual army. And these people are not actually friends. This whole group that they think that they have doesn't really exist because these people are not friends and they're all going to turn on each other this Scorpio season. And then I wrote down you don't need to defend yourself. So if something does come up, if someone does say something about your past or try to use your past against you or try to dig up something about you and make it public, you don't need to defend yourself. The people who know you, and the people who have been writing for you will continue to write for you. There's also going to be some people who step up in your defense during this time. Let them defend you. Whatever they say, just be happy that they defended you. Some of them, they may not defend you in the way that you want them to. They may not say the things that you wish that they would say, but they're doing their best and they are coming to your defense. So just let them defend you. You don't need to defend yourself, not at all, because that takes you out of your character. You have to step outside of yourself to try to convince people that you aren't who they're saying you are and that you've changed or that something from the past isn't still that. That's not you. That's not your character. You don't need to do that. You don't need to defend yourself at all, okay? The people who get it will get it. The people who know you will know you. The people who support you will still support you, right? I'm getting that some of these people are going to see that this is just a weak attempt to try to tear you down, and they're going to completely overlook it, right? Okay, another thing I wrote down is that anything and everything you haven't been seeing will be revealed during this Scorpio season. Anything and everything that you haven't been seeing will be revealed during the Scorpio season. Scorpio is the FBI agent of the zodiac. You can run, but you can't hide. And I wanted to tell you a quick little story about this download I was getting from my guides. So my guides have been showing me that there are people who hate me, that there are people who talk badly about me, and that there are people who like screenshot my posts and then go in their group chats and talk shit about me. And then that was further confirmed to me because the other day I was at the beach and my mom called me. And my mom is a teacher, and my mom is an incredible teacher. She's one of the best teachers in her school, and I'm not just saying that because she's my mom. I'm saying that because my mom puts in time and energy, and she cares about these kids, and she's writing curriculum for next year, and she's always ahead of the game. She genuinely cares about teaching and helping these kids. But there are some students who came to her during one of her class periods to tell her that there's like some website or Snapchat or something that all of these kids are in, and they're talking badly about my mom, and they're talking about her and like saying all these really mean things about her. And my mom said, that's okay, I'm still getting paid. My paycheck is still coming in and I still get paid. And I was like, yeah, I feel that same way, because it's really just giving fan behavior. And I'm really proud of my mom for looking at it that way, because it could be so easy for her to try to defend herself or her to try to get these kids in trouble or whatever. But she's like, let them talk about me because I'm still getting paid. And that's the energy. Let them talk about you because you're still getting paid. It's really giving fan behavior. And it's also a form of love in such a weird way, because you're obviously doing something right if they're hating on you and talking about you behind your back. Most of these kids who are talking about my mom behind her back are failing her class. And they're mad that my mom doesn't just let them have their phone out in class and let them act like little heathens in class. And they have zeros because they don't turn in work. And some of these kids, they come in and they cause destruction or cause a distraction, and they put their head down and they don't do the work and they don't do their homework. And so they get the grade that they deserve. But then they're mad at my mom, and then they're trying to like curse my mom. One of these kids actually said that they hope that my mom gets hit by a car and dies, which is crazy. Don't ever cast that on somebody, because you're only helping to manifest that in your own reality. You have no free will in someone else's reality, so wishing that somebody else is going to get hit by a car is only trying to manifest that for yourself. My mom is divinely protected. Trust. But it's just wild. Some of the things that these people say and some of the things that these kids do is insane to me. But I just wanted to bring that up because I've been seeing that for myself too, and that's a part of this whole Scorpio being the FBI agent of the zodiac. Everything and anything will be revealed during the Scorpio season. We've already been seeing it with the Diddy stuff and the Abercrombie and Fitch owner, and that's only scratching the surface. There's going to be more that comes out during the Scorpio season that needs to be revealed on a public scale. And sure, what I just gave you were two examples of like global scale, but it's happening on in a personal scale as well. So just know that Scorpio's got your back, okay? And then we have a new moon in Scorpio on November 1st next week, and I keep getting that the tarot card for this new moon in Scorpio is the Five of Cups. And the message that I'm getting is that some of you are going to be getting something you want during this new moon, but you might not feel fulfilled by it. And it was giving me this energy of be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. So this is an energy of like thinking that you want something, and then when you get it, you only realize that you didn't want it. And that's okay, because this is helping you to realize what you don't want, and it's helping you to get closer to what you do want. But I just see that happening for some of you, that you are going to get something that you thought you wanted or that you want, but you might not be fulfilled by it during this new moon, okay? And then I also wrote down with this new moon in Scorpio, some of you will feel pushed to start something new, but only you will know if it's the right time to start it. Don't let peer pressure or any kind of pressure really force you into anything, okay? And I probably will do a new moon in Scorpio reading next week or closer to the new moon, but I just wanted to get that out of the way first because I have been channeling that. And now we're going to end with 3 fortune cookies, fortunes that I pulled probably 2 weeks ago. I just never got to it. So give me a second to get a sip of this Alani Orange Kiss. And we'll break down the fortune cookies. So I'm gonna do like a good, bad, good sandwich. I don't know if there's a term for that, but since there's 3 of them, the first one is your kindness will lead to happiness. And I'm gonna show you this, but you probably can't read it. Your kindness will lead to happiness. The second one says, don't be tempted by shortcuts. They're never worth it in the end. Don't be tempted by shortcuts. They're never worth it in the end. And the last one, which I'm gonna pull cards on, is a pleasant surprise is in store for you. So claim that. A pleasant surprise is in store for me. I am pleasantly surprised. I also want you to affirm, I always receive the best possible outcome. Because some of you, this 4 of Swords, justice energy is coming back to me, and it's making me feel like some of you are trying to control the outcome, or there are these expectations of how things should be or how things should go, and your guides are asking you to release the control and to release the expectations and to just affirm that you always receive the best possible outcome. So hopefully that helps you when you are detaching from this energy. I always receive the best possible outcome. You can write that down in the comments as well if you want to, and also the affirmation, a pleasant surprise is in store for me. All right, spirit, angels, ancestors, what is this pleasant surprise for the collective? What is this pleasant surprise for the collective? The Knight of Cups. Okay, so it's dating, it's romance, it's love, it's compassion and kindness from other people. I'm hearing that all of the love that you give is coming back to you. All of the time, energy, compassion, advice, money that you've given out is coming back to you. That's the pleasant surprise that's in store for you. For some of you, the Knight of Cups is romance. It is love. It is real love. And I'm not playing. I keep getting this message and I keep seeing a lot of messages about love. So I'm sinking into it. I really am. If you're one of those people who's like, I don't want to hear about love, I don't want to hear about love, I want to hear about money, then this probably isn't the right page for you, and this probably isn't the reading for you. Some of you are going to learn the hard way that love and money are connected. Because you don't really want money, you want love. The money will come when you love yourself and when you love your life and when you love your person, when your person comes in. But these people who are trying to like cut love out and trying to block love and just focus on money, they're going to end up miserable with the money too. Because it's not about the money, it's about the lack of love that they feel for self and the lack of love that they're experiencing outside of themselves for not cultivating the love within themselves. I said what I said. All right, but for those of you who are riding with me and who are resonating with this energy, there is love coming in. There's friendship love, community love, love from strangers, love from God, love from your guides, and for some of you, romantic love as well. Let's talk about it. I'm hearing somebody's been searching for real love, and you are real love. Okay. Yeah, the Devil card is in the reverse. You've done so much work to get here, babe. You are free from the limitations. You are free from the toxicity. You're free from the codependency. You're free from the anger. The Devil card in the reverse is a sign of freedom. So this tells me that you've passed all of your tests when it comes to love and romance. Some of you are already married and it feels like the love is just going to get stronger. Some of you are already in relationships and it feels like the love is getting stronger. Oh, this is so good. And some of you who are single, you are free from the toxicity. You're free from the chains. You're free from the limitations when it comes to your love. And then sirens just started going. Archangel Michael is really helping bring this love in for you guys. I can feel it. A pleasant surprise is in store for you. Tell me more about this love that's coming in. Some of you might have a date soon, or somebody's asking you out on a date. We're gonna let the sirens pass. Okay. I'm also getting that for some of you, you're looking for real love, but you're looking for love in the wrong places. Let's say you think that going to a bar or a club is going to find you love. It's not. It's going to find you people who like to club and people who like to drink and people who like to go to the bar. Now, it's possible that you could run into somebody who is just at the bar on a whim or at the club on a whim, or maybe it's like one time out of the year that they actually go out and you run into them. But for the most part, the people who go to these nightlife activities are people who are involved in nightlife activities and they like the nightlife activities. They like the drinking, they like the partying, they like the drugs, they like the clubbing, they like the bar. And that's fine, right? Because we're all on our own journeys and I'm not here to judge anybody by any means. But if you want real love, you're not going to find it at the bar or the club, for most of you. I'm just being honest. So put yourself in places that you enjoy, that you like going to, and you will naturally attract this love into your life. Let's say you're somebody who really likes nature. You really like going to the parks. You really like walking around lakes and ponds and things like that. Go to those places and put yourself in those places, and you will naturally run into people. You will naturally attract your people in that way. And that's just an example, but you get what I'm saying. I'm seeing the Five of Wands in the reverse. This is really good. This tells me that you've worked through conflict when it comes to love, and you're at a much better place when it comes to love and romance and dating and friendship and connection. These new connections that you're calling in or that are coming in for you, they're not competing with you. They aren't causing problems. There's no drama. There's no conflict. It's giving me it's too good to be true energy, but this is not too good to be true. You worked to get to this point. Some other people might project onto you that it's too good to be true, especially if you do start dating somebody new and this is what you're feeling and picking up on. There might be some people who are like, be careful. That could be too good to be true. I don't know why that person's with you. I don't know why you're with that person. I don't know what's going on there, but they're really just projecting their own jealousy. So catch it, transmute it, and move accordingly, right? But this new love energy and dating and romance and connection energy that's coming in for the collective, there's no conflict, there's no obsession, there's no toxicity, there's no codependency. It's beautiful. And I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles. And I'm hearing for some of you that your next first date is your last. I'm screaming. Like, I normally don't get this excited about love readings anymore, or really readings in general, let me be honest, but 10 of Pentacles is something long-term. 10 of Pentacles, in this card, there's a couple, there's a family, there's grandparents, there's dogs, there's home, community, longevity, right? Children. So I'm getting that some of you, your next first date is your last, right? And only take it if it resonates. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody, but it does look like what this pleasant surprise that's coming in for you is a love that lasts, friendships that last, new money that lasts, family people that last, soul tribe people that last, things like that, right? Some of you could be getting animals too, animals that are coming in to be in your life for a long time. This is amazing. This feels really good. Okay, tell me a little bit more about the pleasant surprises that are coming in for collective. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. Career growth, career expansion, you knowing your worth, you sitting on your throne, you being strong and independent. And I'm also hearing health. So there could be some pleasant surprises coming in when it comes to health as well. You're losing weight, your skin is clearing up, you're feeling really good in your body, you're liking the way that your hair, skin, nails look, you're feeling more confident in who you are and in your body. That's a pleasant surprise that's coming in for you. But this could have to do with finances too, like financial growth, financial success, career success. For some of you who are content creators, I just keep getting that there's going to be more eyes on you. There's going to be more attention coming your way, more growth when it comes to your platforms and your social media content, which is amazing. You've done the work. Okay. Anything else? I keep seeing the Seven of Swords, though. It does feel like when these blessings and pleasant surprises come in for you, there's going to be some people who try to take it from you or try to like get you to self-sabotage or try to tell you that something is too good to be true. And it's only because they're projecting their own insecurities and their own jealousy onto you. You can't do anything about that, unfortunately. There's always going to be love and hatred in this game, especially if you post online. It's just a part of the territory. It just comes with it. There's always going to be cyberbullying. There's always going to be negativity online. There's always going to be that. It is what it is. It comes with the name of the game. It comes with the territory. But you don't have to feed into it, right? You don't have to react to it. You don't have to feed into it. There are still people here who love and support you and care about you and want the best for you. There really are. There are people out here who love to celebrate other people's wins, and I'm one of them. So feel free to come back to this reading and celebrate yourself and share your wins in the comment section, because I love that, and I love celebrating other people's wins, genuinely. All right, last card for collective, these pleasant surprises that are coming in. I'm also getting with this Queen of Pentacles energy that some of you are going to really know who you are. Some of you, you've been really working on this whole idea of figuring out who you are. What is your purpose? What is your passion? Who are you? And I'm getting that you're figuring that out. That's part of the pleasant surprise that's coming in. You're going to know who you are. You're going to know your purpose. You're going to know your mission. You're going to know why you're here and what you're supposed to be doing. It also looks like some of you need clarity on what the next path is or what the next step is for you career-wise. That will be part of the pleasant surprises that come in for you too. Okay. Last card, please, for the pleasant surprises coming in for collective. 555 could be a number that shows up for you, or 1010 as well. Part of the pleasant surprises is disconnecting from people who drag you down, or disconnecting from people who just make excuses and people who are trying to take shortcuts. I'm also getting that some of you are healing from people who ghosted you, abandoned you, left you out, shunned you, disrespected you, mistreated you, left you out in the cold. You're getting karma for that. You're getting justice for that. And these people are receiving their karma for what they did to you. That's a part of this. That's a part of the justice, and that's a part of the pleasant surprises that are coming in. But it's interesting that we pulled this one fortune cookie that says, don't be tempted by shortcuts. They're never worth it in the end. And that's exactly what the Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles looks like. A shortcut that ends up not being worth it in the end. So your guide just wanted to bring that back around. It looks like some of these pleasant surprises are going to come in for you, and then there's going to be opportunities to take shortcuts, but your guides want you to note that the shortcuts are never worth it in the end. All right, and then the last card is the Death card, which is Scorpio. So I told you, Scorpio is looking out for you. Scorpio is the FBI agent of the Zodiac. Scorpio season's got you, all right? Surrender to the process, trust the divine, take that break if that's you, rest is productive, and let this love come in for you. You don't need to do anything for it. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to do anything to get it. You've done enough, all right? The love is coming in for you. Okay, I really hope that this helped you, collective. I'm sending you love always. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Peace.